it was an adrenaline rush, and it was fun. It was easy money, and I like bad boys, and I was involved with a very bad man.
Prison Stories 101. We have a very, very special conversation. I would say the second woman on the platform, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
The first thing we try to do is we try to get the who, what, where, and why. First and foremost, how much time did you serve?
Are you talking about county jail, or are you talking about prison?
Prison, and if you want to throw county jail in there as far as to sum it all up, you can.
Yeah, because I've been in, like I told you earlier, I've been in 1, 2, 3, 4 county jails, all of them over at least 30 days, and some of them 10 and more than one time. In Dallas County, they know me by name.
Oh, wow.
Or they don't know, one officer does, where I have to be assigned to. But yes, and in prison 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
TDC, that is. Texas.
We try to find out, okay, so I'm going to ask, where did you serve? TDC, Texas. Do you know what unit?
Yeah, I was, intake was at Plain State, which is state jail, which is different. Other states don't have state jail, but TDC is one side, which is prison, and state jail is the other side. So I was there, and then I transferred to Mountain View.
Okay.
And that's in Gatesville, Texas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When did you serve that time?
It was I got out in February 2020, so it was right before that. 3 years before that was. I didn't serve all 3 years there. It was like because I had back time, so it was like, I don't know. I can't.
You got out of February 2020.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right before COVID. Amazing.
Yeah, it was. They were starting to mask up and do all sorts of weird things. And I was like so glad to get out because it was a nightmare. People were, it was just a nightmare because they were leaving them there longer. They weren't paroling them. They weren't moving. It wasn't moving. Basically, you want to hear that it's moving. Chain of custody is moving somehow, some way, whether it's in or out. It's got to be moving.
And what was the charge, if you don't mind me asking? What was the reason?
I had.
Charges.
I'm like on this one. No, I only had. It was organized crime, car theft ring. So basically, we're stealing cars, and it was more than one. They put organized crime on it in the state of Texas. But it's more than like 3 people involved in it. I think it is, or 4 people now, or something. Yeah.
And who was affected by your crime? As far as family members you left to have to go sit in prison.
Family, friends, my dog, everything. Everything. Just when they take you, it's like there's nothing you can do. You sit in jail for a while waiting to pull chain, but. But so what? That you're incarcerated there too. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing. You can call people. Hey, could you, water the plants? No. Well, you ain't gonna have any plants because you're not gonna have a house or anything. It just depends your situation and like what. But most of the people, it's bad. It's not good. It's bad. And like I said, you can't say, "Can I have like 2 weeks off to like you see in the movies? Can I have 2 weeks off to go ahead and get my affairs ready?" No, I'm not John Gotti. They're not gonna do that for me. So
Do you have as far as any victims? Do you feel like this was a victimless crime? Was there anybody you feel that was affected by the crime itself?
Every crime has a victim or victims. Every crime does. There might not be like me axe murdering somebody that's specifically a dead person with blood on, but there's people that that suffered from this loss. Because cars were taken from them, cars were getting money. So there is a victim of technically there's a victim in every crime. Yes.
All right, and the last thing we want to know before we get into the stories actually is the why. When you're standing there in front of the judge and they're sentencing you to this time, you have to ask yourself, why am I here? Why did I get here? What have I done to get here? Can you explain the why you had to sit down in jail versus displaced family? What was the reason?
Because I like, I get bored very easy. It was an adrenaline rush, and it was fun. It was easy money, and I like bad boys, and I was involved with a very bad man. Not bad to me, but bad in general terms, I guess.
Now, when it comes to organized crime, how long have you been involved in that atmosphere? When did you first get introduced into, when I say organized crime, when did you first get into organized as far as a group of people, like people that were all together, that were on the same mission to do?
Probably in my early 30s.
And it was the same thing? Was it dealing with vehicles, or was it
It was all sorts of different things.
like mafia related?
Well, nobody was Sicilian, and I didn't hear Gambino, but there were people. Some of that, but some of it just, I want to say gangs, organizations, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say those names out loud. I mean, I don't care. I'm good with everybody.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go and get right to it. And most of the questions that we ask is going to be more about the prisons then. Your trial, did you...
I didn't go to trial.
You didn't go to trial. You played it out. You pleaded out.
Yeah, because I probably would still be there if we went to trial. This is Texas.
What did
They don't like...
Yeah, they don't like going to trial.
Well, I had a back and forth thing with the situation, and I did not want to accept what they wanted to offer me, and so I had a back and forth, and then finally the judge, my judge, that's another thing that's weird in Texas. People refer to it as my judge because this person is like you know, it's not just a judge following the letter of the law. It's like some person that's going to ruin your life. Personally, they can, you know, writing letters to the prison people and just all sorts of weird things. Texas is weird when it comes to that shit. And yeah, she finally said, okay, well, Miss blah, 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 if you don't sign for this right now, I know you're not happy with what they're coming back with you at, you're going to go ahead and do an open plea next week with me. And guess what? I don't care what you say, what you tell me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw off of the maximum I can give you. So you're going to get 20 years. So I said, man, she goes, because I don't want to see your face anymore. So to me, I don't even know if that's legal, but it is. Because, you know, open plea, the judge can give you whatever they want. She couldn't go out of the frame. Like, she couldn't give me life in prison, but she could give me way more time than what was going on.
Yeah. With that being said, go ahead. I was going to say, do you think that what the time that you got was fair? Was it unfair?
No, it was unfair because it was my background and the actual crime. It doesn't award that much time. It's because I would not take Wilmer. They have, I don't know, you guys need to look into it here. They have this, you probably know, people say, oh, I went to Wilmer. They'll send you to Wilmer, you know, go to Wilmer and then you get out and then you're on probation, which I could never do anyways. I always screwed probations up. And no, I want to do that because I'd end up going, and there was a bunch of women I met in prison that were, what do you call it? They had the same situation and they went to Wilmer or whatever. They screwed that up and they knew they were going to screw it up. No one would help them with that. Then they end up going to prison anyway. So, and all that time at Wilmer and all that other crap time and all the time in the run from that, it just, they never, they should have been able just to go boom to prison if they wanted to. That's what I did. And the judge didn't like that because they get a huge bonus, these counties do, for sending somebody to Wilmer, just like they do with State P, because it's one of their programs.